How a single typhoon outclassed Venezuela's Su-30 fleet. Imagine this. One lone jet fighter, sleek, fast, deadly, enters the airspace. On the other side, a fleet of advanced Russian-built Su-30s. It should be no contest. But what happens next flips the script. In a real-world military standoff, a single Eurofighter Typhoon exposed just how vulnerable an entire nation's air fleet could be, where air power meets cold reality. Today, we break down the incredible scenario where a single typhoon outmaneuvered Venezuela's elite Su-30 fleet. If you love deep military analysis, dogfight tactics, and geopolitical surprises, hit that subscribe button and let's fly into this wild case. Back in the mid-2000s, Venezuela made headlines, purchasing 24 Su-30 Mk2s from Russia. These jets were meant to be a regional power symbol, fast, agile, and loaded for combat. But in 2025, reality paints a different picture. Less than half are flight-ready. Years of economic collapse, sanctions, and poor logistics have grounded much of the fleet. Radar systems, aging missile stocks, questionable maintenance, sporadic at best. On the other side of the chessboard, the Eurofighter Typhoon, a multi-role marvel built by the UK, Germany, Italy, and Spain. What gives it the edge? Let's break it down. Captor EAESA radar, Meteor BVR missiles, advanced EW suite, high thrust-to-weight ratio, IRST plus sensor fusion. It sees you before you see it. It shoots before you can lock on, and it gets out before you can even react. Now imagine this scenario. A lone typhoon is on patrol. It detects multiple Su-30s on radar to 100 kilometers out. But thanks to sensor fusion and passive IRST, the typhoon tracks them without even turning on its radar. The Su-30 is slower to react, lacking modern data links or AWACS support. The typhoon silently locks on and fires 2 medium missiles from well beyond the Su-30's engagement range. By the time the Su-30s realize they're under attack, it's too late. It's the age of BVR, beyond visual range warfare. It's not about dogfights anymore. It's about who sees first, shoots first, and escapes clean. The Su-30s weren't just outgunned, they were outclassed in tech, training, and tactics. So why couldn't Venezuela's prized jets respond effectively? Sanctions meant no spare parts. Budget crises meant no training hours. By 2025, Venezuela's air force was flying blind, literally. What's the point of having a powerful airframe if it can't even fly? Now you might be thinking, but what if they got close? The Su-30 has thrust vectoring. Isn't it deadly in a dogfight? Yes, in theory, but you'd have to survive the BVR ambush to even get that close. And in this engagement, the Typhoon never let them. Even if a dogfight occurred, the Typhoon's power to-weight and delta canard design can hold its own in a turn fight. This clash tells a bigger story. Modern air combat isn't just about the plane. It's about the ecosystem, AWACS, maintenance, training, electronic warfare, logistics. Without all that, a fighter fleet is just parked metal. The Typhoon didn't win just because it's fast. It won because everything around it worked. One fully supported fighter can be more lethal than a dozen forgotten ones. That's the cold, harsh truth of air power today. For Venezuela, the Su-30s were meant to send a message, but without upkeep and doctrine, that message never reached the sky. So what do you think? Could the Typhoon dominate in a real-world clash, or are we underestimating the Su-30's potential? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into modern combat aviation.